Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. Today is an exciting day. It is time to finally decide which quad I'm going to be rolling in to my Petalette palette for this year. I am this close to finishing my first eyeshadow out of the original single, duo, and trio that I started with in January. It took a lot longer than I thought it would, but we are finally nearly done. So I will be inserting a little clip of where I'm at with that shadow right now and how close I am to finishing it off. My update for Petalette palette might get pushed back until the 4th of September. It's looking like my update will go on the 4th of September, and I don't see any reason why that shadow should still be around by the 4th of September. So I thought it would be super fun to take you along for the ride of looking at my quads and kind of going through the process of how I end up deciding which quad I choose. I am not 100% sure if I'm going to be picking the quad with you or if I'm going to be narrowing it down to like 2 or 3 and letting you guys vote. We'll see how it goes. But I have all of my quads on the floor right next to me, and I figured it would be fun to take you along with me and we could shop my quads together and narrow it down to the final few, or maybe just one, we'll see. So if you'd like to see me shop my stash for which quad I will be panning starting at the next update, just keep watching. Okay, here are all of my quads. I've moved some things around to hopefully give you the best advantage to see what I'm looking at and what I'm dealing with. I didn't even count them. How many quads do I have in all? I think I have 55 here. That's a lot of quads. It would be great to get this number down. That's the goal. And right off the bat, I'm pretty confident that I need to eliminate any quads that are kind of pinky or purpley. I feel like I am good on pinks and purples right now, and I think I got pinks and purples covered, especially with my Pat McGrath palette. So anything that even slightly reminds me of the La Vie and Rose palette that's in my Pan in Every Palette project can be excluded, because I keep putting that palette off because I'm working on my baby Petalette palette. So once the purple in my baby Petalette palette is gone, I don't want anything distracting me from the La Vie and Rose palette. So the Petalette palette from Wet n Wild. This is a beautiful quad, but I think it's safe to say I don't need to work on this right now. This very, very old Too Faced quad, pink and purple. I think I'll take it out. This Tarte quad in Invoke the Smoke, pink and purple. I think I can take that out. This Lorac quad in Tease Me Truffles. I think I could take that out. This L'Oreal quad in Rose for Romance. I think I'll take that out. This Milani quad, nope. All right, let's rearrange. Oh, I think one of these has some purples in it. Becca, nope. This Bare Minerals, pink and purple. Let's see what these Colourpop palettes look like. That's beautiful. Okay, so I've been opening these up, and as I'm going along, I am seeing a lot of just neutral quads over and over. So for example, this one isn't even opened. That's ridiculous. I have an unopened sealed quad. Okay, so right here alone, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 quads that are basically the same. They're very, very similar. They all have kind of bronzy, browny, neutral shimmers with like maybe a matte. So I think right off the bat, I can exclude some of these as ones I would consider putting in this project. This is a contender because there's not a whole lot of product in here. But honestly, if I was going to go for a Maybelline Eye Studio quad, it probably wouldn't be this one. It would probably be one of these others right here. So I'm going to take that out. This CoverGirl hasn't even been opened, so I'm not even going to bother with that. These two Lorac quads are really similar. I'd probably not do this one. These 4 shades are so similar. This Ulta one isn't doing it for me. That leaves us with 3. Maybelline isn't doing it for me. If I could only declutter this easily, I'd be in good shape. That leaves these 2. Honestly, if I had to choose between one of these 2 to pan, I'd go with the Lorac. So Victoria's Secret is out of here. Sorry. Okay, so that thinned the herd a little bit. I have some all matte quads that are very similar. And out of these 3 all matte quads, I'd probably go with the Clinique one since it's the tiniest. So the Clinique wins, and these 2 are out of here. I have some greens in Dude You Pan My Battleship, so I think I can take this one out. This is another quad with a bunch of greens, and I feel like I already have these greens covered. Well, it's greens and bronzy colors, but I have these in my Dude You Pan My Battleship, so that's out. This quad is a free gift from Estee Lauder, and these are very small pans, but the aqua and the blue are very dark and very smoky. This gray is actually very dark and very smoky. Even though these pans are very small, it's very unlikely that I would be able to finish any of these eyeshadows this year. So I think I'm going to take this one out for now. That's just not the direction I'm going in right now. These 2 little e.l.f. quads, this one's in Butternut and this one's in Luxe. They're both nice, but this one's like super boring and neutral. This one's super boring with a cute pop of red. I think I'm going to take those out. This Maybelline Eye Studio quad is purple and silver, so I think I'm going to take that one out. This one has a big bold blue, and we all know how I feel about blues, so I'm going to take that one out. This L'Oreal quad has some purples, lavender smokes, so I'm going to take that one out. And yep, I'm also going to take out the Designer Chocolates quad from Maybelline. These 2 Ulta quads, this one is super neutral. Nothing really spectacular about it. And this one's, again, a super neutral with a pop of red. And if I'm going to go for a red, it's going to be this one. So this one's out of here. This Lorac quad is in Indulge in White Chocolate. And this is very different from everything that I'm currently working on, but it's got two very dark shades. And I don't want to work on two very dark shades right now. Yep, no, this one's out. This is an old eyeshadow quad from the company called Jean Michel. I don't know where it came from. I think my mom got it for me, but I don't know where she got it. It's pretty beat up. It's just a neutral quad, nothing wrong with it, but I'm not gonna be picking that. I already know that. I'll pick a Bare Minerals quad before I pick that. These two quads, this one's an Edward Best quad and this one's a Becca quad. Yep. Nope, we're not going with either of those. This is an Estee Lauder quad. There's a pretty like burgundy shade in it and a pinky, a white, and a gray. I like them, but I also don't think I would pick this one either. I don't think I'd go with this Revlon either. I have an awesome gray in my Did You Pan My Battleship. I have a couple of kind of taupey shades, so nope, that's getting eliminated. If I would have finished off my eyeshadow in the trio a few months ago, I might have gone with this palette, and I still think that this quad could make a decent fall palette, especially with the yellow, the orange, and the mango shade, which is absolutely beautiful. But we're going into fall, and these bright colors are potentially going to become a little bit obnoxious to me. So I think I'll take this one out of the running. I also think I'm going to take this All May quad out. This, one of the pans in this quad is a eyeshadow base. This one right here, it's a creamy eyeshadow base, and I am really trying to focus in on some of my eyeshadow bases right now, plus it has a purple, so I'll take that one out. All right, I still have some more pretty basic brown quads in here, so let's deal with those. I have these two, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, so here is my Colourpop palette in, I think this one is Chicky from the I Love Sarah E collaboration. And this shade right here is an absolute showstopper. This quad really wouldn't be doing it for me if it wasn't for that shade. It's called Vivacious. Oh my gosh. It is, I don't know if you can see how gorgeous it is, but it is beautiful. And because of that shade, I would choose this quad over both of these Lorac quads, probably. Look at that. Guess who was playing with this quad? Hazel. I just have a sea of browns. This one's a little bit more warm toned. This one's a little bit more bronzy. But this one would beat out both of these. These are all foiled shadows from Milani. They're kind of a creamy topper consistency. This might be a good one to put in the project. Maybe it wouldn't take forever to hit pan. Finally, I've never opened this before. Look at that gold shade, that's kind of cool. Okay, so 4 more palettes that are all kind of warm, neutral, bronzy shades. Can you see them, or is my leg in the way? And I think I can take this Maybelline quad out right now. It's beautiful, but these are big pans, and I think I'd rather tackle the smaller Maybelline quad than this one. I don't know about those three. Ugh. But I do think I can take this Maybelline one out of the running. It's got 2 greens, and like I said, I don't need to work on any greens. Same thing for this Makeup Designery. It's got a green and some browns. I don't need that. This Bare Minerals quad has an amazing red shade called Frisian. This one, love that. It's like a deep orangey, it's orange, but I love this quad. But again, I am working on a green just like this, so I don't need that. Is this another green and gold? It's another green and gold. That is beautiful, but I don't want to be distracted with these shades when I'm really kind of already working on them in my Dude You Panned, my Battleship. This Nika K quad has a more foresty green, and I don't have a shadow quite like that. Wow, that's really like kind of a cool texture. Have I ever swatched this before? Huh. Probably not. Maybe I shouldn't discount that one right away. This is an old Sonia Kashuk quad in Bed of Roses. I really like this quad. I'm always a little disappointed with the fallout, but I really like it. It's a little bit chunky, but I usually apply them with my fingers. But I have an Urban Decay Moon Dust that I should be working on, and I have a shade like that in Dude You Pan My Battleship. I gotta put this one. No, I can't work on this one. That one's out. Okay, these 2 quads have some similarities. This is the Saucy palette from Colourpop, and this is the Happy Place from Bare Minerals. And if I'm looking at these 2 and I have to choose between the 2 of them, I would choose the Colourpop. So Bare Minerals is out of here. All right, I have a couple of super tiny sample quads. I have the Mary Kay one in, it's just called the Mini Mineral Eye Color Quad with some sample shades, and this Clinique one. And honestly, if I had to choose between these 2 minis, I'd probably go with the Clinique, because again, this has a blue, and I have a shade just like this in my Dude You Pan My Battleship, and I have a shade just like this in my Dude You Pan My Battleship. So yep, this one's out. A purple and a really dark black. This one's out. This Maybelline quad is called Autumn Coppers. It's beautiful, but again, if I'm comparing this kind of pinky quad to this pinky quad, this one wins. I mean, they're different, but this one wins out over this one. Actually though, should this one win out? Because these are both purple. They're different purples, but come on, I have to get away from purple. Did I just take this one out of the running? Look at that. Oh boy. I think I just took this one out of the running. This is just like my La Vie and Rose palette. Come on. hard to do, but sometimes you gotta do it. Okay, so we are down to just 7. Where will I put this where you can see it? This Dose of Colors quad is from the Desi and Katie collaboration, and I've been looking for an excuse to work on this for years. This was almost my last baby Petalette palette, so that's why it's just been sitting in the back and I haven't been saying much about it. This is definitely one I'm seriously considering putting in this project. And this MAC quad with Patrick Starr is beautiful. It's called Heat Stroke. It's an eyeshadow ×4. It was part of the summer collection. And look at that. I like it. It's staying in. Okay, let's talk about these two. This is Milani, this is Maybelline. Let's look at how much product. I think this one's 0.9 ounces. No, 0.09 ounces. And this one is 0.14 ounces. They're both very, very similar. And although the Maybelline has slightly less product, this Milani is a cream product. So this one's gonna stay and this Maybelline quad is going to be taken out. And for that same reason, I'm taking out this Colourpop quad. This is so stunning and I love it. And I would like to find some project to put this in, but I'm taking this one out because I'd rather work on the Milani cream one. Okay. As I'm looking over these 5, I can already tell the Nika K is losing ground with me. The only reason that Clinique one's sticking around is because it's so tiny. How much is in this? 0.04. Oh. All right, as much as I love this Dose of Colors quad, again, I think the Milani one is going to win out because it's cream. And I'd like to get around to using that up. How do you guys feel about voting for the next quad? I think it's going to be one of these 3. Either it's going to be this Milani Fierce Foil Eyeshine in 03 Florence, this Patrick Starr and MAC quad in Heat Wave, or this Clinique quad in Teddy Bear. Those are the contenders, guys. Let me know which one you think I should choose. My update's coming up in a couple days and I need your help. All right, guys, that was it. This was so much fun. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye.